Hi, I'm Anne Marie, and thank you for joining me today. Today's guest is my beloved sister, Adrienne Austin, not my real sister, but my spirit sister. Hi, A, how are you? And thank you for joining. And boy, that's a cute haircut you've got there.
Thank you, Annie.
Yeah,
Crazy
well,
weather.
what's new in the soap lady department?
We're getting ready for the holidays, Memorial Day, 4th of July. So I just made some soap with stars on it and a lot of glitter. You want to see it?
Yeah.
And it's wrapped in plastic, but it's see-through, red, white, and blue. Whoop.
There you go.
And it's
Oh,
in person, it's
yeah.
very glittery. And on the top is a gold star. And
Oh, yeah.
it's made with honeysuckle, something
So
fresh.
if people want to get their 4th of July patriotic soap with a star on the end and sparkles, and where do they go to get it?
Well, they can go to my Etsy shop, which is Etsy/ Those Austins, because Glenn's got a lot of paintings up there. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, just Those Austins should find it. Or, well, look for Fresh Soap on Adrienne. I've got a Facebook page next to my Adrienne Austin page. What else? Oh, if you're in Rhode Island, you can get it at the Find on Six.
Okay, okay. Find on 6.
Find on Six is this huge place. It used to be a nursery, and it's really cool. They've got a lot of antiques and books, clothes, jewelry, and they've got my entire display there. Just come up with a clay soap, like a really, really cool. Um, I'll have to.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It is. It's activated charcoal. The black is activated charcoal and coconut glycerin, and then we've got rose kaolin clay, French green clay, and then Moroccan Rasoul clay. So it's really and it's no added fragrance or anything, so it's totally natural to help, purify, detoxify your skin.
And see, we have Jan from LA, Anita from Arizona, Debbie from Pennsylvania, plus Joseph, Linda, Cindy, and Susan, in quick. And I'm sure the list will continue.
Oh, all right. Well, let's get a rockin'.
All right, we're going to go. Now, those of you that do not know, the number to call in is 602-666-6027. That's 602-666-6027. So that's the number for calling in to the line. And those of you that want to watch us live, all you have to go to is Achieve TV. Okay. We'll go to Anita from Arizona.
Good luck, honey.
Yeah.
Anita from... How are you?
How are
Hi,
you?
Anita.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I had some questions about. I have. Probably sounds odd, but I had my iPhone and it kind of took a dump on me, and I'm taking it to two different places. And one of the person's first name is Josh, or the other one is Sam. Do you see that this is going to come back or not? Or did I lose all my information from my phone?
Oh, so will you be able to get it? Will it come back with all your information intact? Right.
Right.
What are you having?
Well, you have to. I know you. Okay, I know that if you have, it's always a risk when you have that happen, and it's no fault of the person. But I think with an iPhone, don't you have to make an appointment to go to an Apple store and have them change out your chip?
Well, actually, no. Actually, it got a little bit of water in it, and I took it to AT&T, and they said, "Oh, that's a goner." And then I took it over to some other place, and they said, "Well, they said it's." And they were going to do some type of he said, "Nope, it's gone. You can't put rice in it. You can't do nothing." Well, actually, I put it in rice, and it started coming back. And then I took it somewhere else, and then
just water, right?
And then Right, and then he started putting alcohol and stuff on it, and then all of a sudden, and he was going to do a chemical bath, and then he said it's the backlight, and then it just disappeared, and he said, oh, it's gone, and I'm like, well, it's just right there, everything was right there, and then so I called this other guy, and he said, no, you should have brought it here immediately, he says, and gotten this taken care of. And that was Josh, and Sam was the other guy who was working on it. And he says, well, I go, you didn't do the chemical wash or leave it for 24 hours. And he said, well, I didn't know you wanted to spend $49. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, that's all. So it's between Josh or Sam to go to either place. And I'm like, okay, which one is going to be the more promising? Because the other guy said the backlight's out, and they'll never come back.
Well,
and so...
I get that either one has a decent chance, but for me, the one that comes up as the best option is Josh. I don't know why. But this is something I really, without knowing each one personally, when it comes to my technical stuff, I don't look at cards. I look at their what they're capable of doing because I really want to get my shit back intact.
Right.
And cards are still going to, there's no guarantee the card's going to be right. For me, intuitively, for no reason that I can give you, Josh sounds good. Maybe because I know a Josh and he's a cool guy. But honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, most of the computer stuff, if it just gets water on it, if it's allowed to dry and it's just plain water, usually it's not going to be harmed. It just needs time. And then you say, do you start doing a chemical bath to remove moisture? Then I think you're introducing a potential problem. So who put the chemical?
They both. No, neither one of them has yet. Josh wanted to do, I'll check the LCD, check all kinds of other things, and he said it would be $99. And Sam had already worked on it for a while and already put alcohol on it and stuff. And he said, well, I could do the chemical bath, and we can see if it comes back. And he said so it would be $150 at Josh's and $49 at Sam's. But I'm like, I don't know. I just got to the point where I'm like, I don't know.
Well, do either one of them give you? This is a problem that you're going to have to flip a coin here. I'm going to recommend Josh, even though he's more expensive. But that's the first thing that came to me. But that doesn't mean I'm an expert. I love my computers. Right. I love my stuff. But there's some stuff. If now that this guy has already put stuff on it, then that kind of changes the whole ball game right there. He's already done work on it, and that doesn't mean you should stay with him. I think it may have been a mistake for him to do that in the first place, which would suggest that maybe you shouldn't leave with him. He may have made a mistake.
Right. And I happened to be at the Walmart pharmacy right when you guys answered, and I kind of froze. But basically, I'm just going through a lot of nervousness right now, and with doctors and changes. Mm-hmm. Do you see this coming? Do you see this coming to a point where it's going to settle down soon?
You say it. Are you talking about circumstances that are making you upset? Are you talking about circumstances or physical?
It is. It's physical and mental. There's a lot of changes. I'm in Arizona, and it's just a lot of changes too fast and a lot of things looking at me, and I'm just nervous. I saw my psychologist today, and
that's good. You're normal. But if we can say with all honesty, if you learn to do some meditation, you do some relaxation, you can do them in as little as 1 minute, calm your system down, keep calm, and ask for what you need in the universe and expect the universe to give it to you. Calm down. You don't need everything at once, and you don't need all the answers at once. You just need to calm down so you can think clearly. And when you think clearly and calmly, even when you get upset, you will calm yourself back down. You will come up with one answer at a time. Don't try to ask for everything at once. You're not going to get all the answers at once. Just one thing at a time. When you're overwhelmed, that's all you can do, and that's all you have to do. Okay?
Okay.
Breathe.
I want to add my 2 cents here, too.
Yes, please, Annie.
First of all, I want to, not to change the subject, but I want to refer back to a show, old classic movie with Humphrey Bogart that I saw last night. And it was about a bunch of gold miners that went in the mountains, and they spent, almost a year gathering gold. which I'm going to put in a parallel comparison to the information that you have collected on your iPhone. Okay. And so these guys have these donkeys and they're taking the gold off the mountains, and there's three of them, and all these things happen, and eventually the gold gets stolen, kind of like your iPhone feels like it's being stolen from people that don't know what they're doing. And they get to the point where they find that somebody else stole their stuff and dumped out all the gold, and it flew away thinking it was sand, even though it had been years and a whole year of gold mining. Which I'm saying is how these guys that handle our stuff kind of are to us. It's like they're robbers in a way. They don't have the same sentimental attachment to those pictures and things like that. It's like, oh, well, you know, I am a very good person at dumping coffee on my computers. And I know for a fact, at least with most computers and iPhones, if you immediately take the battery out and you dry
Right.
it, that you can
Right.
save yourself a lot of grief. But if you're in a situation where you can't do that, then obviously that's impossible. So I'm going to, anyway, the conclusion of the movie is that, well, they got to the point where the gold was blown away, which like your information, and one of them just started laughing. And he laughed and he laughed and he laughed. And the other guy says, "What the hell are you laughing about?" And he goes, "Well, the joke's on us. The gold all flew back to the mountain." So all I'm saying is be prepared, as I have been before. If you lose that precious information, let it go, because I know it's precious to you, but I'm getting this kind of reading that says you may get some of your stuff back, but a lot of it will not. So do not look at this as a life and death. You know as well as I know that stuff collects again very quickly on our iPhones and things. Okay, it's not a
everybody's got to go through something. We go through death, divorce, separation. We lose our friends. We have fights. We lose our
loss of our
jobs. We come
iPhone,
back.
loss of iPhone material.
Yeah, we come back. It's our real life stuff that's much more important than just the phone. Go ahead and, like Annie says, I think Josh. She says, flip a coin. Whoever you feel most friendly with, most comfortable with, go with them.
But be prepared to laugh. If the
Right.
material does not come back, let it go. It
Yep.
is not the life and death situation. It happens to all of us and we hate it, that precious, beautiful picture. But if you're like a lot of people and posted on Google Plus or did things that you shot off your precious pictures on Facebook, they're around somewhere.
Yeah, it's not great, but like, okay, some stuff you just got to say goodbye to, and you'll forget about it, and you'll get other stuff, and like life goes on. We just
Stuff.
can't be, yeah, we just can't stuff. We just can't be too attached. It's always changing.
It's just stuff.
Okay.
And here we've got drop it. Basically, there's stuff going on in your life that is weighing you down, and you really don't need to. Just like we told Anita, you've got to pick your fights wisely. You can't do everything. Some stuff is just weighing you down emotionally, or it can be emotional baggage or physical baggage, like just having too much crap. Really, the only up in the air you want to be is the high that you get from moving toward your goals, the high of achievement, the high of well, just being happy, not the weight of, oh, I got to take care of this chore and that chore, and I'm waiting for this person to do that, and I'm waiting for this person to do that. Let go of that person or that issue, and look at that. You drop the weight, you fly ahead.
Drop it.
Drop it.
I like that. Your cards are so colorful.
I love this deck. It's one of my favorites.
What deck is that?
This is The Answer is Simple. I use it to open my show every week by Sonia Choquette. And I see I'm backward here.
We're going to go to Debbie from Pennsylvania.
I just changed positions with the same company, and I was kind of promised that I would get a certain amount of hours to maintain my health insurance. And so now all of a sudden it's like him hawing. And I know I need to just hang in there because I'm sure there are going to be days somebody calls out or this or that. So I'm being patient. But today I got calls in the office for stupid stuff. Well, I think it's stupid. Okay, they're allotted to so many hours. And I punched out maybe 10 or 15 minutes late because I was concerned about the customer. He says, oh, don't worry about the customer. You just punch out 15 minutes, whatever your time says. So he says, I'm going to take it off your shift tomorrow. And I kind of thought that was a little petty, and I know you have, a time allotted, but I don't know. I just, in my mind, are we concerned with the customer, or are we concerned with I know it probably affects his salary or whatever.